out in the last week because one, y'all know I contacted conversation and I had to go three different post offices and ended up that my Thomas had. I was like, look, do y'all want me out on this road like this? That what y'all want? Okay, and y'all know I got an attitude. I have an attitude. They never see me with an attitude. I was like, at this point, y'all gonna go get it because this is crazy. And I've been waiting over a month. I was like, I can't do it no more. Anyway, that was taken care of. But then I was late. Of course, that made me late. My nail appointment. In the middle of the nail appointment, I was like, I have an idea. We gonna stop right here. I'm gonna come back and get them finished because I need to go get something before I go home. I don't care about makeup, hair, being dressed, nothing. At this point, I need. I was like, I can't. It wasn't even over 10 for regular person. That was gonna happen. So,
Usa.
listen, it wasn't even no woosah. It was a fuck. It was one of them. It wasn't no corner, wasn't no nothing. I was um but introduce yourself and then we'll get into the topic. I'll actually put up the question. Introduce yourself.
Oh, I thought I was waiting. I couldn't hear. For some reason, you're coming in low. Yeah, for some reason, you're coming in pretty low. But what's up, y'all? It's the famous homie, as they call me on Instagram, aka I'm Ronnie. You know, I got a podcast, a blog, and a broadcasting company that I'm a part of, and you know, we've been going for about 2 years, roughly, give or take. You know, we do events. We've done everything from throwing a event at our facility, Riverside Studios, has Stephen G up in there. Everybody going crazy. All the girls shaking ass. 700 people in that motherfucker. You know, we had everybody in that bitch. You know, and ever since then, you know, working on some. You know, they was throwing draws on the stage. I swear to God, they was tripping. They was throwing petties on the stage. They was doing all. Yes, yeah, it was crazy. It was
Oh, this was
crazy. Yeah, Stephen G, he bring them out. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a good person to have headlining because he gonna bring all the ladies out. And, you know, ladies bring the niggas out. So, so
true.
you feel me? So you get somebody that's gonna bring the ladies out. That's a smart way to get the niggas out because you already know how niggas is. If they see ladies around, oh, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So had a pretty packed lit crowd. One of many things we do. We got work TV series in the work. We got documentaries, you know what I'm saying? We got, you know, reality shows, you know what I mean? Partnered up with my sis, Madam, you know what I'm saying? Seven, you know, June Bucks, Eddie, shout out to everybody, shout out to the politicking forum, my partners on the politicking forum, and everybody that been down with us, you know what I'm saying? So we about to get it in on this motherfucking show. I hope y'all ready. Because I'm drinking rum tonight, y'all. I'm drinking rum. So I'm about to be saying stupid shit, so don't get offended.
My spirit tells me I'm not gonna be making this game, and I'm gonna be paying Donovan.
I got a new lady in my neighborhood. She just walked by walking her dog. She got cakes.
You see me? I got all nervous. Like, what you mean? What you got to be on our way? Like, you get on my nerves. I
She just
swear.
walked by the car right now. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have to pause this real quick.
Tell me, Parker, I said hi.
Oh, I'm stupid. Oh shit.
Oh, first question is, and yes, this is why I don't say I have a podcast. This is a talk show. I'm inviting y'all into my home. I work a real ass job. I got a real ass life. And legit, this part, I do 100% by myself. So you have done it. You have no idea
That
what
part.
it's like just to get sitting down on time. I've always had the utmost respect for creators, period. And I've always admired people that create either art, beauty industry, whatever you create, because that takes a special type of skill set. I don't think it's better learned. Structure part, yes, but that creativity part, that's the part that comes in the middle of the night with the shower, things like that. And there are those of us like myself that have a creative brain, but you can't figure out how to execute because that is a special skill set. And so,
right.
if you somebody entering that space and you don't have that skill set,
If you know, you know. I mean, you only know if you know.
You know, you know. And what I will say before I bring up the first question, but I will always say comments, give respect, give thanks to everybody that is welcoming in this space because I try not to talk about it a lot because it's emotional to me because it's so welcoming. I've experienced the exact opposite of what is said to be in this space, right? So
right.
You're not welcome in this space, you gotta speak with people for things, kiss people tell, things like that. I'm not keeping somebody's ass, I'm not doing none of that. It has been celebrities that I have passed on because that's not me and I have to think it's me. But when you have people that have helped you, extended a hand, and explained things so well, and everything, I have been really blessed in this space. And so each time I get in front of this camera, yes, it is the struggle. I've never been able to just sit down and start recording, but it's a part of that world. And so I appreciate that from a celebrity to a becoming celebrity that I've had on the show to a family member. Each person has been patient with me, loving on me, supportive, because everybody knows like one of my biggest issues that I don't like to disappoint. And so I would just like to say, thank you. I always say thank you. That was my birthday day. Now let's get your ass kicked. So y'all asked for the topic from my brother because he has to reschedule. Person that I was supposed to have on couldn't make it. No problem. Because but it's something I just like, the family is going through several things. It's certain people that like I like having back on a lot because and I'm sorry for still getting older. They just bring a different flavor. And so when you're in a certain space, pull people into your space that complement your whatever your quirks are. Make sure people that complement them and don't put you down for them so that they could boost you up. You need their energy sometimes. So
Facts.
obviously perfect person for my brother.
Facts.
I asked for a topic first of all. You can't even see it. Okay, good. He sends a laundry list of this shit, and I'm like, all of it.
All of that. All of that.
So the first one is we need to talk about how men are not aiming to please anymore and they just trying to get their back. I'm sorry, but I'll let you talk first. I've been talking for a minute. You go ahead and talk.
Well, you know what? It'll bring a lot of light to a lot of unfinished things that people were left with. Like, women, for some reason, guys, we're gonna nut regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like most of us are gonna nut. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who it is. You're gonna definitely nut. Like you nut jacking off. Like it's easy for a man to nut. You're gonna get your orgasm regardless. Women aren't so blessed on that. You know what I'm saying? It has to be the right person doing the right things, having the right size, having all type of different things working for it to happen. So men, I can't speak for every man, but I think that a lot of men either don't know it or they know it and don't give a fuck. So most men are looking to bust a nut. They don't give a fuck about, especially if it ain't your wife or somebody that's important to you. If you having sex with somebody, your goal is to bust your nut. Your goal is to say that you fucked her and you bust your nut, and you don't care that you please her. So women will go away from that like, oh, this nigga can't fuck, he can't do this, he weak, he this, he that. Well, a lot of these men are intentionally weak. It ain't like they can't make you nut. They don't care about making you nut. You feel me? Like they don't give a fuck. Like I can't even shit. Huh?
We just another number because you could, like you said, you could do that by yourself. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you're viewed as a number. Like if you ain't important to that man, he don't give a fuck if you nut or not at all. Like most men are not pleasers. Like some of us are, but a lot of men aren't pleasers. They don't give a fuck. So whether you nutted or not, they still fucked you. Like Ja Rule said on that one song, "Can I Get It?" I still fucked you. Like that's how it is. Like I can't fuck. So what? I fucked you. See, and that's what they don't care. So you got to think of it as in a man's head. So we already know the stats. We know that women outnumber us by some crazy number. It's like 5-1 or something, like 10-1 or some shit in America. So if we got 20 women saying that we can't fuck, it's another 80 women that don't know that. So we may switch our demographic. We might say, okay, we ain't gonna fuck nobody else that associated with this person. We gonna go to a whole nother demographic that don't know who the fuck we is, and we gonna get our bad fucking to them, and they ain't gonna know. So,
oh my god!
Hey, listen, I might get Sean. Yeah.
With social media, you could get to more people now, so the odds of running into like similar people and all of that is much greater.
The art of denying. Deny. She only mad because I wouldn't make her my girl, or I didn't buy her that Louis bag, or she lying. Like it's easy to play that. And
you are legit telling the truth. That is the biggest lie. And that's why I side with women now even more. Even if it's my man, right. I would be like, that's a regular, like that's a normal lie. Tell me something else, because that don't make no sense.
Right.
Everybody's not mad at you, sir. You're not that. I mean, I love you. You're not that dumb. Like,
right.
That's crazy.
It's like just going through life experiences, right? So if you out there dating and you out there doing your thing as a man, like ever since I became single, I've been doing my thing. So running into different women, and they're talking about when you're a lot of women's first orgasm, there's a problem. And it ain't that I'm so much better, or I can do so much this, or I got a bigger dick than this person. It's not that. It's more of I care. Like seriously, when I'm having sex, I aim to please. Like it's not fun if the other person isn't having as much fun as me. It's like if you're gonna sit up there and fuck somebody that you're not pleasing, it's like you might as well jack off. Like where's the excitement? You feel me? So when you aim to please, you're going to be a lot of women's first orgasms or first sexual experiences where it wasn't 1, 2, 3. Okay, we done. Like I really take that shit serious. So it's a lot of men out there like me that has those same feelings that want to, not even your reputation, but just for your inside. Like nigga, I gave her a good experience. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of men that don't give a fuck, and most men don't give a fuck. But are some that are pleasers, and they're not satisfied until they at least that did everything they could to please you. And men like that are rare. We rare.
So my next question to that one is, you know how if you don't do something, then when it's time to do it, you like out of fact. So what happens when you so used to it all being about you that you don't even know how to do things no more? Because everything changes with your age, right? You change with your age. So now when you sitting here 35 or 40 and you want to get married, that's your age now, and you trying to please a grown ass woman who none of that fluffy stuff is gonna work because she could do that for you like you could do it for her. You looking for, like you said, this is my time when I release my stress. How you gonna kick in being able to do shit because you can't even hang that long because you just get yours and get in and get out. Then what? Now you looking stupid.
Now it's, I mean, when men decide, like in today's world, it ain't like yesterday. It ain't like yesterday. It's a lot of, I think marriages got a 65 or 70% divorce rate. People are having kids out of wedlock at an all-time high. People aren't in relationships and getting married anymore. So a lot of men wait till they 40, 50 years old when they feel like they're done doing their shit. And at that point, you know what I mean? Some people look at sex different, but what a lot of men don't know is women get the horniest around 40, 45 years old.
Right.
So you fucking up if you think that, oh, I ain't gotta do all that now because she ain't even into sex no more. No, nigga, you wrong. That's when women they reach their peak of sex. I think it's they said between 35 and 50, women are at their peak sexually. So when you think you're done out there doing your thing and you bring those little boy tactics like, oh, I'm about to fuck for 3 minutes, or I ain't eating no pussy, or I ain't doing this and that. You got all these restrictions that you do to your wife. How are you gonna have restrictions with your wife? Someone who you expect to stay faithful to you.
That's the part.
Let her go back and fuck somebody else. You're gonna be able to kill her, her mama, her cousin, the pastor, Trump, nigga, Obama. You gonna be ready to kill the world.
Not the pastor who married you. You mad at him too.
You ready to kill it? You ready to kill everybody? Somebody stop me when I stop telling the truth. Somebody.
Then they act like the woman is doing too much or she's expecting too much and all this other stuff. That's not true. And a lot of these men is lying to their friends and not telling the truth and stuff. No, it's that woman, because she probably been with you through all your F up years. And
right.
Now she's like, I know my stuff is about to pay off because I've been with you through your F up years. Now it's all about us. So we should be on vacation, screwing all the time, doing all of this other stuff, because to your point, they already had kids. Nobody's typical like me.
Right.
But and now you have nothing to bring to the table. So you gave everything that was supposed to be your best years. You gave it to everybody out there. And then now, like you said, you my husband, and I'm just supposed to accept the funky ass leftovers.
Come on.
Like you weren't even perfecting nothing when you out there. You wasn't learning nothing. Like nope. In our day, some of the dudes that cheated, some of my friends would be like they cheated because they wanted to try something on somebody else before they did it with the girl that they like. Like that's some of the stuff that I would hear, or they would be like, that's disrespectful. I'm not doing that with my girl. I'm getting that out of my system. But now, I think it's just the ego thing of how many people versus the quality. Do they want to come back?
I mean,
now it's not bad buddies. Now it's like what's that one that you go on in Tinder? You just sleep with somebody. Yes, you're not trying to get a bad buddy. That's the same person forever.
See, the thing is, to keep it a being, every man has to go through that stage. You have to have that stage to where you wild out, you go out there, and it doesn't always mean sexually, but exploring different women. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and see what's what. You got to see what all type of different. You got to have that stage because all men have that wondering stage. They got that stage to where they're wondering what different women are like. So whether that stage is 14, 15, 16, 17, or whether that stage is 25, 26, or 35, 36, we all have to have that stage. Unfortunately, we got to get it out of our system. We got to see what it feels like. You know what the key is, though? The key is communication and keeping it a buck. So where men fuck up is that men get on this stage and every woman that they run into, they want to make every woman feel like they their girl. That's their girl. So every girl feel like she the one. All these little girls you fucking and humping on with no condom, they think they the one. And the reason why they think they the one is because you're telling them that. So if you're telling them that and you doing bullshit and they retaliating and you calling these women crazy, like, oh, these hoes are crazy. No, nigga, they're crazy because you talking bullshit. You lying to them and making it seem like a situation is not what it was. A person like me, I don't get a kick out of making shit up and lying to them because that's going to make shit more stressful for myself, for one, and for two, it's going to make everything that you're doing hard. So as long as if you're the type of nigga that's out there doing your thing, for instance, if you're on Tinder, write in your profile that I don't want no relationship. I'm just trying to fuck. Now, it's a lot of women that's gonna pass you right by, but it's a lot of women that's gonna swipe like, me too, nigga. Me too.
Yes.
So you go for the ones that's on what you own, so you can stop disappointing people and hurting people. So when you going through your little hoe stage, as long as you keep it in a buck and you keep it in solid, ain't nothing wrong with that, because you got to get that shit out. You got to see what it's like. Keep it real. Every man in this world, head is on swivel. Now, you have eyes. You're going to notice, well, not even men, people. Everyone's attracted. Everyone's attracted. Men are attracted to different people. Women are attracted to different people. That's going to be it. Everyone's attractive nowadays. But if you're a man that's been out there, that slept with, did all your sleeping with, got all the shit that you got out, you want to sleep with the girl with the big ass, you want to sleep with the girl with the big titties, you want to fuck the girl with the big thought, whatever it is your preferences is, you done did all that, and you with your one woman, now you can kind of focus in on that one woman. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of men don't want to, they don't want that pressure of keeping it real, because keeping it real, sometimes the girl gonna be like, fuck that, I ain't with that shit. But what I've learned watching other people is like, what I got to lie for? And if I tell you the truth and you still with it and you get hurt, that's not on me. I'm sorry.
I didn't hurt. You got hurt. There's a difference.
You chose to stay right here doing what you did. You thought that you could change me or change my mind, and you got fucking hurt. I can't control that.
Nope. And I'm not saying I'm sorry because I didn't do that. I think
I'm not sorry.
It's the truth. So even with, so you know about, well, you know about all of it. So you'll know what I'm talking about when I say it. So there's one that while we was together, they lost a rabbit ass fine, and it led over into my personal life and all this other. My reason why I was asked why I could forgive this particular person. I could forgive that person. One of my exes. I could forgive that person because I did a service on that person. What I mean by service. Sometimes you gotta step back because with men in particular, and me and my sister Gina have male tendencies. We see things a little bit different. When I got with this person, I told the person that they were gonna cheat on me. And they was like, I'm not like that. I would never. That's nasty, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna cheat on me. And I was like, and it's not gonna be about me. I'm telling you that now. It's not gonna be about me. What's gonna happen? It's selfish in the stages of blow up, you start to make a little more money, you looking a little different. You know, you take care of yourself different, you just look different. Period.
Right.
And for health especially, the person that they grew up like being like the nerd or whatever, not really being out there, being the one, they labeled themselves and stuck themselves into the friend zone. And I told that person this all the time, like, oh, I can't get girls or whatever. Not that you can't get them, it's that you put yourself in the friend zone because of the type of people you're around. You know, them have to be in LA type things. Like they different. So if you're not exactly good, just like them and play football, you don't stand out. You just don't. That's the reality. So it's a friend zone. So when the person started, you know, doing things different, they became a little appealing to people. But by the way, I think I have at one point I was considering being the one that like I forgot what show it was that you would date the girl and then when you dated the girl, you got the girl you really wanted. Because it was like everybody wanted what this girl had. So people paid to date her so that then they could get the girl they really want. I think I'm that girl. Well then I did. I hope so that I knew it was gonna happen, so I wasn't upset because I told the person that it was gonna happen.
Right.
You was what is trying to call it fine since kindergarten. If you one of them people that's been fine since kindergarten, meaning at some point, like it's more than two people that want to be with you. You're having that part of you said that matters. I don't care what nobody. Everybody wants to be attracted, and you don't want to be attracted to the whole group of ugly ass people that you don't like. You want to be, seen by somebody that thinks they're attractive. Well, this season for that person. It didn't come at the best time, but it came. My decision to forget that person because I knew that it was going to happen. I just believe, like you, if a male doesn't have that season in their life, or even if they don't want to, you have the option to, you're gonna do it. It could even be after you get married. It could be even for the peak of happiness, and the wife is 900% pleasing. But here's where my problem with that person was. They lied. So what that person should have done and said, this is my girl. This is the person I plan to be for the rest of my life. If you let her know, I will cut you. But you didn't do that because you're stuck between. I know that typically I don't get the girls that I go for, or I'm shy, or whatever it is, and I want to be over here. And yes, they're reaching out to me, but I still don't believe I can get this, even though they're reaching out. So what did you do? You created a storyline.
Right.
To make them feel sorry for you, guilted them in, enrolled them in that way. What you did was very unfair to those women.
Right.
Because those women assume, oh, he's not going to marry her. He's not going to be with her. He's not going to do nothing with her. He's going to do whatever. No, we're going to be together because I'm the one that's coming in and giving you everything you want. He said he never has this, and this, and I get this. It's not fair.
Right.
And I don't women as crazy. In fact, one of the things that I require for me to move forward with this person is that they don't apologize for
Apologize? Did he do it? He did it? Okay. Well, shit, I can respect that because a lot of men are gonna be like, nah, I'm not apologizing. Fuck that. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that's a lot of men won't apologize even when they're wrong.
I could have drove to your house and cut you. I could have drove to your house and cut your mama out, your brothers out, your daddy out. I didn't do any of that. I did some grown women things because now this woman is going to see you move forward with me, and they're not going to understand. And now this woman is also about to probably come back and tell me everything that she said because that's what her people like to do. Even though you figured out the damn lying.
Right.
Or to keep the woman from moving forward with the man, what are you going to do? You're going to try to get her away from that man, so you're going to tell her everything that man said.
Right.
Some women who could have tell like me, like, no, he was going to tell you that. Why are you crying about it? Like, what do you want me to do?
Right.
I don't know, but I agree. It's the lying part. You ain't no. That's it really.
When men can realize that a woman's gonna respect you more about you keeping it a band, even if it's gonna be something that's gonna hurt him, as long as you tell him and tell the truth, you gonna get way farther than what you get lying. Like, seriously, like learning that, just growing. I'm 39. I ain't saying I'm perfect and I did everything right all the time, but just learning, like, bro, lying is gonna get you in a deeper trap. If you tell the truth, you know what I mean. A lot of will be surprised. A lot of these women is with what you with, and you gotta give them the opportunity though. It's the lying to them is what gets them and drive them crazy. Like, nigga, you could have simply just told me what's up, and I would have been cool. Like, for instance, I ain't gonna use names, but I know a couple that I used to fuck with, on some friend shit, and she was bisexual. So she would bring women into their bedroom willingly, like, okay, babe, I got this one bad bitch. We gonna do her. And she would routinely bring this nigga women. And this nigga still was cheating. Like, you got to be the goofiest motherfucker. Still was cheating. You got to be goofy as hell to have a woman that's bisexual, that's letting you fuck women in front of her, and you still out there cheating. You got to be goofy as hell. Like, you.
What was the reason?
I still don't get it to this day. Like, I wish I could find the motherfucker so I could talk to him and be like, bro, like, what was you thinking? Like, nigga, you didn't have to cheat. Your girl actually bought you girls to fuck, and you cheated. Why?
What? Because how did he have? Did he have? If you're doing all of this stuff plus with your mate, where do you have the extra time and you working? Why? How the hell?
Exactly my point.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. Where do you find the time to do all this when you know what I'm saying? Like your girl is sending like how do you have that sexual energy to if
What is it that was missing? Because it's not too many other men out there that will have that same story. So if it was about ego, his ego should have been supreme. But look at what my guy did to me. I had to go back.
exactly. Exactly. But it's like I don't know if it's ego, I don't know what it is. If you already having sex with your girl, she's bringing other women into the bedroom. Like nigga, you must have a fucking power dick that you can plug into the wall and, and get power from the wall because you already fucking your girl, her homegirls or whoever it is. Where do you have time to cheat? Where do you have the energy to cheat? You ain't got no job. You ain't got no career. You ain't got nothing else to do.
Or was he one of the ones that didn't
He must have been. I mean, he really must have been. Like I can't really I don't know. I would like to have a conversation with him today to find out like, nigga, what are you on? What was you on? Because you had a perfect situation to your standards. Like you want to be with several women, that's cool. You had a woman that was willing to let you do that. And you fumbled the bag.
I wonder if he was jealous or something like that, of what was
I would like to know, honestly. I would like to know if he was jealous or whatever it was, because if you got your girl, you've been with her for 13, 14 years, y'all got a daughter, y'all obviously ain't going nowhere, and she willing to bring you other flavors. It ain't no repercussion, it ain't no pressure, it ain't no nothing. It ain't her going through your phone and you still out there cheating. And honestly, I knew this couple for a while, and I didn't find out until I guess I don't know if she was having a bad day or whatever it was, but I caught her outside. I was coming home from work and she stopped me. She was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you," and she just started telling me everything, and I was like, damn. Can we switch? Can we switch places? Can me and him trade places? I'm telling you, a lot of men, they have it a certain way and they realize that shit ain't sweet. Like you get out there and you have this girl that was willing to do all this stuff for you and willing to put her morals on the line. A lot of women sacrifice a lot to keep these men. They sacrifice who they are, what they stand for, normal things that they don't do to keep this man pleased, and it still isn't enough. And I just don't be understanding, like, damn, like y'all niggas don't do nothing else but fuck. Like, where do you have time to do this shit?
So that's kind of my problem. What happens that they're as a their body, sexual desires of a man is different than a woman. And with all the platforms of porn, different things like that, is being taken to a different level, which is objective. And that's how they as if those things happen every day. So to your point, it's a battle already to think about some of those things like worldly, I don't want that. Oh, appeal to me, y'all. You finally break down it's still not there's going to be enough. Like some of those now that
Right.
so where's the one?
I mean, it's it's something that men, as men, we haven't corrected over all these years. We haven't been able to get to the point where we correct that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What are you gonna?
Okay. Okay, my video. Hold on 1 second. Where's my video? There we go. Okay, yeah, no, we haven't been able for some reason to correct that, and it's going to take a lot of soul searching, because if we want to go somewhere going forward, if you want to keep it real on that subject, a lot of men aren't ready to be in a relationship before they get in a relationship. A lot of us start this shit as kids, 18, 19, 20 years old. We get somebody pregnant, and we're a father, and this woman that you got pregnant has a whole different plan than you do. She has a plan where y'all gonna be together, y'all gonna get married, y'all gonna have more kids, you gonna be the protector, the provider. You got a different plan in your head, like, bitch, I'm 19 and 20. Shit, I ain't trying to be tied down. Like, I got one baby, but shit, I ain't trying to be tied down to you. And
Right.
it's too late at that point, because you had already put a baby in her. And without communicating, these conversations aren't had prior to the relationships happening. Like, these conversations aren't had anymore like that. So if these conversations aren't had, when these results happen, people are all surprised. But if you look at it beforehand, you guys never had a conversation. You got this immature man that's trying to do his thing, and you think that your plan is going to automatically, he's going to gravitate to your plan and take your plan, and you're wrong. So I think a lot of it come with communication, keeping it real, and not lying to people. That's I always go back to that. Like, you can't be a fucking liar. You have to tell the truth. You can't, get with these women and be fucking lying on your bullshit. And then let something that people don't want to address. Let one of these women cheat on one of these men, or go fuck with somebody. Come on. Let them go cheat on one of these men.
Everything. The family get involved, everything else like that. But where was those same people? And he
Exactly. So it's like, when you're a man and you're in that situation, then you want to get on the woman, and you want to blame it all on her and place all the blame, and not want to take any accountability for what you did as a man.
No, because no conversations are being had. Everything happens too fast. To your point, or I've heard before. I'm going to talk about that. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to allow you to experience a part of my body that could literally change so many things about my life and my world, but you don't want to talk about it? It's no question that I shouldn't be able to ask.
Exactly.
Liz, you don't know anything about this,
Exactly.
They're not
Exactly.
swiping and hooking up because you only live once, or it's not even all that serious, or it's no big deal. It's no big deal until it is.
It's no big deal until it happens to them. So I'll always say that. It's no big deal. Like, people want to, if we want to keep it a band, how many women that that has been cheated on? And how many women went right back to that relationship after they were cheated on?
Most, because we're taught to forgive.
Right. So if we reverse this, how many men do you know has been cheated on and went back to that relationship on some cool shit, like, let's make it work?
I don't even know any that have went back. Number one, they're not gonna let that information get out. That's number one. If it gets out, that relationship is not gonna get. That man now got to talk about it. You got to let everybody know.
Right.
You're gonna be shamed.
Right.
I don't know any person.
You're gonna be called all type of names. You're gonna be shamed, and you're gonna be reminded each and every time that you try to go out, each and every time that you try to do something by yourself, each and every time that you try to do anything, you're going to be reminded of what you did. And that's because
You know, I know we say women are emotional, but yeah, but I think men are emotional. Men are emotional because women are able to just take that shit on the chin and bounce right back. Like, okay, you ain't with that bitch no more, so we cool. But men, for some reason, once you did that, you permanently a hoe.
Yep.
It don't matter what you say or do.
That literally punish. I call it punish because some of the things this male did, but this male literally punished somebody well into our 30s, something that he did and explored sexually in high school, like before they got together. And it was a bad relationship. That man never respected that woman. And you can tell. You're playing a lot of reminding, a lot of feeling like I can do whatever I want to because you was this back then, but if you hurt, just say you hurt. And then how are you hurt if it happened before you? Then why did you get the person? You had a choice. That was the most severe to me. Because I'm like, everybody was like, I just remember even in high school, everybody was like almost babying that person, like, oh, y'all he's not like that no more, blah blah blah. And I'm like, is this me or this is weird? Like the person he didn't do nothing to you.
Come on,
Hell.
come on, come
I
on.
was thoroughly confused. I just was. So I wasn't a part of that. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Oh, let me just help you feel better. You don't get out of my face.
But you already know. You already know. With men, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody do something outside. Let's say, like you said, it's before you, or men got this whole thing about a body count. So
Body
they
count.
want they want to know who you been with, who, where, the who, the where, the what, and the how. It's like, dude, is this? Her answer is, if she tell you that she done been with 100 dudes, is that going to stop you in the moment of you guys being intimate? Is that going to stop you from pulling down your drawers and committing and commencing to what's going on? Is that going to stop you? No.
They don't ask at that point. They ask like over the phone. They ask after to your. They're not asking right then because to your no, they're not.
But it's like, why does that matter though? You feel me? Like, why does that matter? I can't sit up here and lie on this podcast and act like I didn't used to be one of those. But when I was young, I did think like that. When I was younger, I did think like that.
No, because this is why I wanted to know. I want to know who could walk up and tell me about what I have.
Right.
If that's what it is, just say that's what it is. Because
Right.
it wasn't about the number, it was about who. Who is it that I could be in a room with and I'm talking like we're talking about my boyfriend and somebody else say something? Is that
Right.
gonna stop me? No, I just want to know my who. I want to know what is around me and what could potentially get to me. It's
Right.
much better if you know something about your mate, you forgive your mate, and somebody tries to throw it in your face. Your breast and bitch face is like it's none of your business versus that's a whole lot different.
Right. Right.
A whole lot different.
You don't want to be thrown off guard. Like, you don't want someone to bring breaking news to you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You want to be already know, and if you want the opportunity to forgive your partner and move on, that's your choice. You don't want somebody to say, "Guess what? Your husband and your wife did this and that to somebody." You gonna be like, "What? How
Right.
do you know before I do?"
And that's the only thing. So I get it if you want to know for about body count to know maybe what's
Who?
around you, never had any diseases,
Right. Right.
things like that. That all matters. You do need to know
Right.
the answer. But just to know
Right.
because you need a number, I don't need a number per se. I just need to know if any of these people are around. That's all I
Thank you. That's all I care about. If you ain't mess with none of my cousins, my family, my friends, my brothers, my daddy, if you clear that, then I don't even need to know who. Like, if you ain't nobody around me, then I don't care. What happened before me happened before me. I don't
right,
care because we're all humans and we all have experiences, right? So
right.
why should I sit up here and try to monitor and play this, game about who you've been with? And that's gonna base what I do with you off of, I'm gonna base what I do with you off of who you've been with in the past.
I feel like certain males, the level of disrespect that comes along with that is present because if they find feels like that's what they do. And then certain ones will stay with you to top what the last person did. So you become like a part of the game.
Well, you know what?
Mama,
I'm gonna keep
person is better. Let me tell you why. Because most people lie.
right.
I'm lying about it. Are they better than me? Want to know the answer to that question?
Right. See, and that, like she said, is he? That question is for niggas that's insecure. And just to give you a little gem on men that are concerned about that are usually has men who has erectile problems or size problems, or they insecure about their size. They insecure because they got under average or they average, or they've been told that they shit was small, or they 2 minute men. Those are the type of men that's worried about that stuff. Men that are confident in themselves, that believe that, you know what I'm saying, they feel a certain way about themselves, they're not gonna ask that question. Straight up. Niggas get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm telling y'all secrets. You niggas is weak because y'all niggas is sitting up here. Oh, is he better than me? Or nigga, why do you want to know what another nigga does sexually? That's suspect. Are you gay? Like, you want to know what that nigga did?
Right. Why do you even care?
Why do you care?
About understanding why people care.
I don't understand it.
For most of the questions that people ask me, because I think the questions are stupid.
It's fuck. Dumb as fuck. Like, no other way to put it. It's dumb as fuck to sit up here and wonder, oh, is he better than me? Or shoot, can he do? What if she told you yes? What if she said, yeah, he was better? Yep, he was better, and then you gonna be ready to slap the fuck out of him.
Right. And it's not a lot of ways to get around saying yes or no. Because even with, it was a time when I would be like, are you sure you want to know the answer to that question? Well, I just gave the answer right then.
Right. Exactly. Then you get in your head. You like, oh, she didn't want to answer that. She said, are you sure you want to know? So that basically means that I don't want to know and somebody was better. So you're going to drive yourself crazy thinking that you're the best in the world? Bro, there's always somebody better.
That part. Define better, number one. Depends on what I was looking for that day. I mean, I don't know.
Depends on what I was looking for that day. Exactly. But I'm here with you right now. So that's what a lot of females will say. They're like, nigga, why does that matter? I'm here with you right now. Like, why does it matter what I did 3 years ago, or what I did last week, or what I did? Why does that fucking matter if I'm here with you? You thinking about another nigga while I'm sitting here right in front of you? You got to question yourself. Are you a little sus? Do you like a little CNH in stuff that's not supposed to be sweet? You know what I'm saying? You putting CNH in your vegetables, nigga. You mixing sugar in your broccoli.
What is wrong with you? Where's my phone? I'm looking for the phone so I can get the other question. Y'all should see this. It is a mess, and it just got a mess since I said, here it is. Just since I sat down. I'm telling you.
I'm just saying. I'm telling you.
Perfect segue into the next one. Just 5 matters.
Woo! Now a lot of men gonna be upset about this part. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of men that's upset about this. Okay, this is a or locking that. Am I here? Okay. Yeah. So I mean, this is what it is. I mean, I'm not a woman, so I can't say if it does or don't from their perspective, but from my own experiences and from things that I hear, yes, the fuck it does. And some women will sit up here and deny and say, no, it don't. No, it don't. Well, it depends if you know what we doing. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. If you don't knock it the motherfuck off and stop lying, okay? If you can't tell me that you get a dude that come at you with some threefold inches of hardware and tell me that it don't matter. No, it don't matter. He doing this thing. Get the fuck out of here. Stop motherfucking lying. Size does definitely matters because I've heard a lot of niggas say comments like, "Oh man, her shit was whack," or "she's loose," or all these different things. And this is what I have to say to men that call women loose. She's not loose, bro. You're just small. I've never felt no one in my life that was loose. Not one person, not one woman. I cannot say that anybody that I've ever been with was loose. I'm gonna hurt a lot of feelings with that. But no, she wasn't loose, my boy. You were super small and you got some problems over there.
I'm doing exactly. I looked in the viewfinder and I'm like, oh, my makeup. Nervous. Oh God. I can say as a woman. Okay, I'll answer the question in the reverse.
Okay.
I'll answer it in the reverse so that whoever's feeling this hurt won't be. It's people that you look and you feel like, oh, it's about to go down, and then it don't go.
Then they gonna go down.
It's people that they need a how-to book or something. But I was like, it is impossible.
Impossible.
It's impossible. Scientifically speaking, this shouldn't have happened, sir.
That.
What you having for if you don't know what to do? But maybe that goes back to what you was talking about earlier, saying they don't care.
They don't give a fuck. It's not that they don't want to, they don't care. Like, I can't even shit on my niggas like that. Like, niggas don't know what to do. No, niggas know what to do. Just don't give a fuck. Like, when you out for yourself, you don't care about what she say about you after.
What about the one that was crying because they heard I said it?
No, that's a whole different topic. Now, if you try and you fail, my boy, like you got to go take some classes, some Kama Sutra classes, or go read a book, or you know what I'm saying, go listen to Wendy Williams or somebody, nigga. Like, you got to get out there and do some homework. If you actually were trying and you're still coming up short, then that's a bigger issue. Then I can't help you with that.
I can't either. My education is they was trying to
he was trying his hardest. And sometimes
I see exactly why he married how he
married. That part. I mean, sometimes in life, that's life period. If you try your hardest at something, sometimes it ain't good enough. And you just got to take that L. Like, all right, like, she won for me. Maybe I can go get somebody that this effort is going to mean something to them. Like, maybe they just want an A for effort. There's people out there like that. It's like, you know what?
Compatible. I really believe that. Sometimes you're not compatible. Because
you're not compatible.
It's amazing, and the next person might not. That's why I say don't. First of all, don't take some of this stuff. Don't take it so damn personal. That's number one. It wasn't meant to have 82 people that please you. It was meant to have one. So
right.
Let's just. I'm always going to include in what we talk about how we were supposed to do it, and then we wouldn't have had all of these damn problems.
Right.
Do it the right way. You
right.
Meant, don't have 32 souls. Okay? Impossible. So those people that are not finding what you're looking for, it could be that you're not compatible.
Right.
What I said was gonna hurt nobody.
Right. Facts. No, that's real talk.
Why let him try again for real?
Oh.
What I'm saying either. And then, so how was it that time?
It's so difficult because
Because I was like, oh my God, like, why did you have to ask me that? And that's, texting wasn't in back then. I'm
right.
like, you just, Jesus, why did you have to ask me to my face? You couldn't ask me over the phone. Like, oh,
You
no.
couldn't write a nigga a letter. Like, we used to write letters back in 4-page letters and shit. Leah got niggas writing 4-page letters. You could have wrote me a letter, motherfucker, and said that shit. Like,
They answer that question for the public. No, I don't mind.
that can destroy somebody's confidence, but it's not
I didn't just volunteer.
right. Right. It's not your responsibility to keep somebody's confidence up. I'm just saying, like, you gotta have that's gotta be something in you. And if you got these issues, these sexual issues, that insecurities, and you start fucking with other people, you can't project that onto other people, period.
Somebody just texted me.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Her take your finger out and take your finger out and put it in him. It's in.
Oh shit. See? That type of shit.
Oh my
That's what I'm
gosh.
talking about.
Oh my gosh. I need people to get, when we have these topics, I need everybody to have 2 YouTube accounts. One, were you okay with being who you are, and then another one for when you want to say something crazy. Because I definitely have. I had 2 I only have the nonprofit. Then I be on people's page telling them to stop eating something like that. Or whatever I feel like. But I had 2, and I was so real quick and leave my comments. But you're just not gonna be compatible with everybody. So does size matter? Yes, it does. Because everything ain't for everybody. That's just plain blank period. And everyone doesn't like big, some like what they like.
Facts.
Like, don't let your ego ruin over, some man telling you that you like a cesspool, and then don't let some woman ruin you by telling you that you're not big enough. Now, if you look down and you ask that question, I'm gonna need to ask why you ask that question. That problem is bigger than hers. Okay, that's what it
Facts.
is. And that's something you got to work out on your own. Don't be making people feel bad to ask them questions that you've already been asking.
Come on.
I'm just saying, stop mistaking being in love for they gonna like you. I bring it back all the time to, I'm not gonna ask somebody that I'm with, am I fat? No, do I look fatter in this outfit? Okay. I'm just saying, stop doing that. Just because somebody loves you, you want them to lie to you?
Facts. I can't
No,
disagree.
I'm gonna tell the real ignorant ass truth. So don't ask me. Leave me alone. Don't try to send me to hell.
If you don't want to know, don't ask. If you want to, like she said, if you have to ask, it's not good. Like, you don't have to wait till after and be like, hey, was that good, or did you like it? If you asking, if you sit up here and seriously asking somebody that, especially after, when niggas is supposed to be going to sleep after, then apparently you answered your own motherfucking question. You answer your own question. It's not.
Right.
It's trash because you got to ask that.
That whole part. And if you focus too much on all of that stuff, let's just be honest. I think that sometimes, like, what do they say is it can't happen, it don't happen, or, if you try not to make something happen, that's the exact thing that's going to happen. So it could have just been, it wasn't the best day, or I wasn't the best relationship.
Right. Facts.
Maybe it happened because some of the dog shit did, and go figure, I will be the one to put it out and
Facts.
And when you say you're not messing with it, you're not doing all this stuff with this little boys like to do that at certain age.
Facts.
And then come to find out, well, now we got text like that. But then, I was actually vindicated then too. That's when the whole you call and leave a message and the text will pop up.
Yeah.
Left your phone somewhere.
Right.
There's no point in lying. How about that?
So I keep saying, so one lie, you're gonna have to cover that lie with another lie, cover that lie with another lie, and no one is that fucking talented. You know what I'm saying? You know, the talented Mr. Ripley, that shit don't exist. You ain't talented where you're gonna be able to just cover everything and fix everything. So eventually your ass is gonna get caught.
Right. Somebody that's so special like me, you're not even gonna remember.
Right. Exactly.
Because you got too much stuff. You got too much in your mind, too much stuff. Just don't even like. How about that? Are there variants of cheating? What do you mean by that, brother?
Variance of cheating. So what I meant by that is some people have different definitions of cheating. So
okay.
Yeah, so there's levels. Like some people consider, you're only cheating if you have intercourse with somebody. Some people consider having a conversation with somebody else is cheating. Some people don't want you mingling with coworkers, going to lunch with them at lunchtime, having their phone numbers in your phone. Like some people think all that is oh, you don't need to be talking to nobody. I'm your girl. I'm your man. You don't need nobody else. So how do we kind of like, I guess it is situational with each different person or different people, different couples, but what is really cheating? Because people have all these different definitions of cheating. Like, what is cheating? Is it a whole bunch of different things? Is it just having intercourse with somebody? Like, what is really cheating?
So cheating, I feel like fine based on marriage. We have to start there. That's the first layer. If you're married, anything is not supposed to. If you're married in a church, if you're married by a pastor, because that means that you said the vow that was under the Bible.
Right.
That's first. Second, I personally believe that the more that I think about cheating, now that I know that's what you meant by the question, I think okay, let me give you an example. If a woman works in an office and there's all these executives in there, let's just say the fly ass secretary DPW, the typical scene in a movie. But that husband or that boyfriend or whatever is probably going to define as cheating is someone who has a work husband, something like that. Why? Because that's what facing you, right?
Right.
I consider that you work at a truck place and the dispatcher's in there, y'all flirting back and forth, you walking into their car, you checking on them, you doing all these things. For them, you're not going to count that because that's the environment. Yours. I think that people are defining cheating as one being on their high horse and the thing that they don't. So you can text all you want, but just don't call. Well, why? Because you're texting all you want, but you're not calling. You can understand they're putting the parameters based on what either they have done, are doing, and have caught.
Right. Right. I mean, like you said, I guess it does vary with different people's relationships. A lot of people, they think different. A lot of us think different with a lot of stuff. A lot of us tolerate or think different things are okay. Excuse me, guys. Now, a lot of people think different things are acceptable or unacceptable. So, if you are married to somebody or if somebody's married, are they allowed to have friends of the opposite sex?
For me?
No, just in general. Like, You know what I mean? Like, are people comfortable with their spouses or, lovers having friends of the opposite sex or the sex that they like? Like,
Only if they're ugly. Um, all the things they think that they're better than them actually. What? I'm telling you, people are crazy. They're okay with that because they believe that they're better than those people.
right, 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 right. That's facts. That's facts.
So it's not a threat.
Right. That's facts. I mean, but I think if you, I can't say that because I'm not in a relationship, or a marriage, but just myself, if I was in that, if I choose to marry somebody, it's gonna be somebody who I feel secure with, and it's gonna be somebody that I feel I'm their everything. So, I don't have time to be insecure about anything. Even if you have friends of the opposite sex that have been there, and you guys ain't never did nothing and all that. Like, I ain't got no reason to, try to be all up on your ass about somebody that was been your friend for 25 years and you ain't ever been with them. Like, you got to be secure with yourself at the same time, as a man, at least coming from a man's perspective. Like, you got to realize, if I'm 39, so if you dating somebody, if you pick up on, or if you date somebody and you guys decide to get married, you got to understand that if she's around your age, 39, there's a lot of years before you. So there's a lot of motherfuckers that's been in her life way before you came around, and
Right.
you can't expect her to get rid of everybody because you're her man now. What? 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 You fighting the uphill battle doing that. You ain't never gonna win that battle. You're never gonna win that. So save yourself the trouble of going through that and going through those arguments by understanding that as a real nigga. Like, listen, I got people in my life that's been here for the last 30 years. She got people in her life that's been here for the last 30 years. How could the fuck can I tell her, oh, you can't have no male friends because I'm your man?
Right.
Just coming from a man's perspective. So you're going to save yourself a lot of that shit by not trying to control and not trying to dictate everything that she does when you're freshly in her life.
But I'm finding out, though, brother, a lot of how we grew up is very different. Like, when we say that's my brother, we legit mean that's my brother.
Right.
We grew up together. We have got dressed in front of one another. We have uh, started, suffered, celebrated, all of those things together. And so there was no combination around us of somebody that was in somebody's home like that. Because even parents knew each other. Like, it for real was a family and a village. But you gotta see, what I'm finding out is that's not normal.
Right.
We think it's normal because we hear other people saying, like, oh, that's been my friend since elementary. So to me, if that's been your friend since elementary, y'all people know each other, y'all been at the same graduation,
Right.
I've been around your mom, husband, boyfriend, no funny business like that. But that's not normal. Like, well, it should be normal, but it's not what everybody is, and so they don't believe it. Like, I was asked, not by Mark, but like by some, that's your best friend, and I'm like, yeah, Ronnie's my best friend, and y'all ain't never did nothing. Did something like what? Like, at first I was blind as hell.
Like, what?
They caught me off guard. Like, that's the second question. I'm like, no, like, no, like, never, ever, not nothing. And it's like, so the fact, there's no thing you can. I think all my brothers are. What in the fuck? Like, no. Do y'all not have any type of boundaries or nothing?
None. None.
Then why you not comfortable because you don't have those boundaries.
Right.
So if you're still in that space or whatever, and that's what you think, then don't get with somebody that has the opposite sex as a best friend. Because don't be asking nobody, that's your family.
Right. Right.
And more than not today, I was thinking about the other night. I oh, well, that's not blood. Well, neither is my stepson.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a jump in front of a bus for them, like I'm a jump in front of a bus for Skylar, Izzy, Isaiah. Like I'm gonna do the same thing. So
Right.
how come it's based on what you want?
Right.
If family, plain blank period.
Right.
You want me to marry you and accept everything that comes with you, and that could be man or woman, both, whatever. How do you just say, well, that's not your blood? There's several people in your family not your blood. You marry in.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
think about some of the things that we're saying that don't make sense. And if at any time you feel like there has been a line that has been crossed, talk to your partner about it. But
Communicate.
Insecurity first. Is it really something that was crossed or your insecurity?
Right. Right. Exactly.
It's I cannot be held accountable for your insecurity. I can't keep up. That's what I'm moving everything down. I can't keep up with understanding. I can't keep up with somebody's insecurity. And they should be responsible.
They really shouldn't expect you to. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they do. You know, like you said, a lot of people don't set those boundaries. They don't have that boundaries. It's a new age. A lot of people, when they say brother or sister, it's like that's somebody that you used to mess with. Now y'all are done with that. So now all of a sudden that's your brother and your sister. It's like, I don't touch my brothers and my sisters.
Right.
That's an actual blood or not. If I say somebody's my sister or my brother, then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to say those words if I don't really mean it. And a lot of people do. They cross those lines, and, you know, they got somebody that they maybe fooled around with years ago. And, you know, I get it. You grow. I mean, the way I see it, it's like, I understand if you fooled around with somebody in junior high school, something like that, and now you get to our age, you guys ain't been intimate or ain't been on that type of energy or time in 20 something years. You guys remain friends and ain't never, re-explored that or even attempted to re-explore that. Then okay, I could see that being a true friend. Like high school shit, okay, that's something that happened in high school, junior high school, and they never even entertained it after that. I get that. But if you used to mess with this person 3 years ago, 5 years ago, and now all of a sudden they're your brother and your sister, then okay, slap yourself.
Right.
Slap yourself. Slap the fuck out of yourself. Slap yourself. Bitch, slap yourself. Please.
That's a no.
That's a no.
Is way too close. You gotta be. I would say you have to be out of that decade. So, like if it was in your teens at the end of if you made it to the end of your 20s, you made it a whole chapter. So then that don't count.
That don't count.
Tell me, oh, well they went to college, so we stopped dating, but they just came back.
Come on.
Because now y'all closer together, it could be coming back together.
No. That's not no brother. No, that's not no sister.
Exactly. No. It's a no for me.
It's a double no.
But,
I'm a double down.
Yeah, because then you get back, well, I didn't know the feelings were there. You didn't give them time.
You didn't give them time.
They don't even have boundaries because you shouldn't be trying to give them time, because if you're dating somebody else that's being questioning, you dating or being around a same-sex friend or the level of cheating, then you already effed up there. So you should have even been thinking about it. What was the placeholder?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. If all women orgasm from penetration.
Woo! The $1 million question. The $1 million question.
No.
So all you niggas that think y'all doing something and they up here saying that they did, they lying to you, nigga. They capping. They just trying to get you to stop because your shit whack as fuck.
Here's the thing. It's not that either. That wasn't at first. That wasn't until I turned like 30. Because I'm an overthinker. And so because I'm an overthinker, it depends on how my day is.
Damn.
Because if I'm thinking about something else, I can't even focus.
Damn.
Sometimes, which is why it's important to pay attention to your partner and what they need. Because if you are with an overthinker, this is actually a good point. If you're with like an overthinker, right? You know that you normally please your partner, and your desire to please your partner is going to be a little bit of a like it's gonna hurt your ego a little bit if you don't please your partner. Yeah. So notice you're having a bad day. What is it that you need to do before y'all do that so that you can get them to relax, and that's where they relax and let go of that so they can enjoy sex and they can have sex. You might need to hop in the shower together. You might need to rub her feet. You might need to just, oh, here's one. How was your day? I know, very hard, right? So, that's what you might need to do. You might need to get outside of yourself. Because if it's for both of you, then you want both of you to enjoy it. And so you will want to know, what is needed to get her ready for what y'all are going to do. And I'm telling you, asking her how was her day, she probably won't go to sleep that night, sir. I'm just saying. That's the that is ask the women.
See, and that's something that I've heard before, like the build up. So especially if you're in a relationship. So, you guys both work, y'all both do this stuff. Is the buildup of it. So if you as a man, you plan on having this night or having this day, whatever it is, the buildup, sweet text messages or, calls or letters or something that's going to spice it up. Like that's going to get her wheels spinning all day, waiting for you. That does wonders for the actual, situation. To correct me if I'm wrong. Like if you doing something to build up to it all day, you know what I'm saying? You have a better chance of reaching that goal. And, as I said before, I think a lot of men, they just don't try. Like even if it's somebody that you don't care about necessarily, or you're not in a monogamous relationship with, or a marriage, whatever the arrangement is, niggas just don't care. Like they don't care to try to, make sure that other person is satisfied. It's all about the ego. It's all about the getting back to your boys and telling them, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, I did that. Or add another body to the body counter. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of niggas got their own agenda for their own reasons, so they don't give a fuck. So when you don't give a fuck to know, it's like when we talk about racism in America, when we talk about the ones that don't want to know, they don't want to know. Like when we talk about, there are certain white folks out there that get it, that's going to sit up here and listen and whatever. But a lot of them they don't know because they don't want to know. So it's about wanting to. You gotta want it. If you want to know, if you want to know how to please somebody, you're going to find out. You got a partner, you're gonna have these conversations. Conversations a lot of people don't even like talking about sex for some reason. You like doing the shit, but you don't want to talk about it.
Not the stuff that matters.
Not the stuff that matters. So you want to do the shit and have all the action, have all these babies, but you don't want to talk about it. No. Why? Why is it so taboo?
I'm protecting my peace.
Right.
None of that don't even matter. Why we got it? It ain't even that deep. Here's the real answer. Ready for the real answer?
Right.
If I know about it, I have to. If I know about it, I can't act like I don't want it. So I don't want to be so responsible to be an adult. And I didn't even know that. Or that don't even make sense. Or why you didn't tell me? I think I'm supposed to assume at this age. Don't know common questions.
Come on.
Got all these baby mamas, all these kids, and I'm supposed to assume you don't know these normal things and that it's not even coming out of your heart.
Right.
It would be a problem for me, I really have to tell you after hours or remind you that, hey, it's been like 8 months, 7 months.
Right.
Do that? Yeah. No. Just want to. I'll tell you like it is for the Bible. Ignorance is not bliss, and ignorance does not allow you to. If you get pulled over by the police, you don't know an answer to a question. Are you still going to be charged?
Right. Exactly.
Are you still going to be charged?
Right.
I'm just saying. And at a certain age, certain things that are expected of a certain age. And at this point, I'm just going to be quite honest. Women are tired. Women are tired, and they would much rather end up having their whoever they sleep with, a bed buddy. Just talking about a certain era. A bed buddy, and then vacation with their friends, because their friends got money. They don't need to worry about their friends. They don't need to worry about no girl popping up in their inbox. They don't need to worry about when they post those pictures, somebody saying, that's my husband, or how are you with him, or all of that stuff. You just leave all of that on the background. And are women lonely? Yes, they are. But would I rather be lonely and not have all the BS, or would I rather have all the BS just so that a body can be laying next to me when I sleep? That's what I did. That's different.
Damn.
No, I don't want a body next to me. Let me tell you why. Your sister doesn't have any goddamn sense. So I won't be asleep, and I'll be the one trying to choke them. No, that's why these shows called Snaps and stuff. Yeah, they got people dressing like they from the 80s and stuff. These stories are from last week. They just trying not to scare people. But no, people are getting tired and equally as important. Men is getting tired. So the men that are good, that are sitting there caring, that are the ones that are what like Kevin Samuel was so for the regular guy, whatever. Ain't nothing regular about a man that will go to church, loves you, will pamper you, will actually care, even if they don't get it right all the time, but it's not exactly perfect. Why don't you stop trying to be so damn hard on that? You would love everything you're doing if it was coming from that no good ass nigga that you should not be with it. You would love all of it. But you can allow yourself to enjoy it because mentally you told yourself this isn't what you want. You want something else. Or you place yourself on such a pedestal that man should be grateful that you're letting him do those things. And thus you're disrespecting the man that is actually the man. That's the man. The one that's doing all those things, little girl. Yeah, that's the man. It's really mean to him and really hard on him so you don't experience it. Because you're trying to take what is not love and it's not going to many of those things that are effortlessly coming from this man, and then you're wondering why. Well, those men are getting tired, and don't nobody have to kiss your ass. They don't. And so a lot of those are turning into assholes. Then when they get with somebody that looks like that other woman, an executive, whatever, looks like that, they automatically treat some of us the same kind of way that you just treated.
Right.
Both ends is women's fault for doing this back to men and men for doing it. You're not ready to each opportunity with a fresh mind, not ignoring the things that you have been through that have taught you, but not putting that on somebody else either. You need to heal first. You need to do soul searching and figure out why that hurt you so deeply that you now are going to try to make somebody else pay for it, and somebody else is yourself.
Facts.
Out on so much is not willing to say. Also, I messed up. I knew that wasn't going to turn out that way, so I knew. So my own self. Let me just. You can't heal because you won't forget yourself. And
facts.
You don't know what to do. So sometimes, even though you know it's wrong, because then you hear all of these things like, give it a chance. It could turn out right. Pray about it. They say they want to do it. What happens if nobody ever gives somebody a chance? We're fighting that, and you knew it was going to happen. Well, which one is it? Which one is it?
It can't be both.
Whatever it is. So if it ends great, girl, you held on. That's why I'm trying to tell these girls, if you hold on, you're gonna get what you want. It turned out bad. I told her not to do that. Same situation. It just matter how it turned out. I'm just saying. Life is fine. That's what life is.
No, it is.
It is.
Straight up.
But stop being so hard on yourself and on other people.
Right. Facts. I hope y'all listening, because that's some real shit.
They ain't listening. That's the problem.
They listening, but it ain't sticking. It's going in here and it's coming out of here.
It's gonna stick next time if they need to.
Hopefully it ain't too late by the time it do stick.
It's never too late as long as it's never too late unless somebody ends up in jail.
Right. Or dead or something like that. Then it's
I couldn't even get that out.
Motherfuckers, people. That's one thing that people take serious is, getting their feelings hurt, love, in relationships. Like, you could actually die over that type of shit. You can end up dead or in jail or something like that when you playing with somebody's emotions or feelings. Like, I'm not condoning violence or anything like that, but what I always tell people in a domestic situation, most of the time, somebody do something extreme to somebody hurt the fuck out of somebody, emotionally, and people are ready to lose it all. They're ready to risk it all when they get their feelings hurt. They're not thinking about the repercussions, or I could go to jail or I could die. Like, in that moment, they like, fuck that, you hurt me, you gotta get it, and that's what we fuck up at.
Yes. And I would like to. Okay, I gotta save the next two because that's the whole show. I'm gonna save the next two.
Yes.
But I do have. We need to also stop minimizing things. Because to your point, we minimize so much until it's us, right? So,
right.
Like say something like, not like how you said it, but how somebody could be perceiving.
Right.
People be in their feelings. People deserve to be in their feelings. Your feelings be hurt. It's not just hurt. That is mixed with a trauma. That is your heart is broken. So if your kids do something, your feelings be hurt. Well, why are they hurt? Why are they hurt?
Right. Right.
When your parents did what they wanted to do because they were wrong, do your feelings be hurt?
Right.
When you go to work and your boss screws you out of a promotion, are you feeling hurt?
Yes.
So in a place where you are supposed to connect with one other person for the rest of your life, not kids plural, one other person, you mean to tell me that you don't think that people have a right to have their feelings hurt the way that they're hurt?
Right.
They are scarred. You spend time with somebody. You open up to somebody. You allow them into a space that is not written everywhere. You allow them, you believe what they said. And a lot of times these people are not asking us to say the things that we're saying. We're saying it because supposedly it comes from our heart. Some people are using these things to get what they want out of people, and it is a game. And that what they don't understand is, like Ron said, especially at our age, our social climate right now, what we've been through with COVID, losing people, on top of the life has to keep going. People is ready to risk it, and they don't give it. And here's the reason why. Because after you get to a certain point, let me tell you what you do. I feel like this on everything. I have nothing else to do. I make good money.
Right.
I love what I do. I love my family. I love all of that. I have nothing to do. You want to know why? Because the most important part of your body is the goddamn part of your brain. And if your heart is hurt, you can't think. So you're not even performing the way that you could. So for you to think that the small things that you're doing to somebody, they shouldn't care, whether they knew you was lying or not. How about that person that, again, now somebody's telling them, thank you for believing in me when nobody else did because they thought I was lying.
Right. Right.
It's not cool. If you tell the truth and somebody gets their feelings hurt, well, then that's different. But if you're not How can you think that at a certain point people don't get tired?
Right.
Especially black people. Black people.
Come on.
People.
Come on.
We are born struggling. We struggle through every damn thing. Nothing comes easy to us. I don't even care if you're born with all the money.
Right.
Nothing comes easy. You are not born with safety, protection. Sometimes some people food or this. You are not born with things that you should be born with.
Right.
That you want the rest of the world have it. That's number one, how you just come out all the way fucked up. You come
Right.
out all the way fucked up. Let's just be clear. Then you mean to tell me when I deal with somebody, you don't even respect me enough as a person not to treat me like that?
Right. Right.
A lot of us don't have our fathers, so and don't have their mother. It's too much. And you are ready to risk it all because you never had it. It's how you feel when you keep having to hurt.
Right.
Look at our culture, how we sit up here and we have sayings like "you and your feelings" or "get out your feelings."
Right.
We make it seem like it's not okay to feel.
Right.
Why do we take that away?
Because I don't want you to hold me accountable for what I do.
Right. Right. We're supposed to take away one of the 5 senses that we have and say, okay, this don't exist no more. We should take away the sense of touch or feel. We should take away that because we're not supposed. We get out your feelings. You ain't supposed to be in your feelings. What? I'm not supposed to feel off of something that happened to me. I'm not supposed to have a reaction feeling. So if you do something, I'm not my body, my brain, or my whatever it is on the inside of me is not supposed to react. It's supposed to just go, all right, I'm out of my feelings. You just cheated on me with 2 of my cousins and then my best friend, but I gotta get out my feelings. I'm in my feelings. What?
People don't belong to us anyway. That's the problem. Is that people want to hold on to people. Have you heard that book?
Right. People exactly. I've heard it. It's like
Kid, I'm gonna use any family member I want. So somebody just walk up and take your kid. They can just take your kid.
Right. You just gonna let them?
Really don't belong to you.
Right. Right. Let somebody tell you get out your feelings. Why are you in your feelings, man? They took your kid. Get out your feelings. What?
Man, come and take your mama. She's single, and I don't mean date her. I mean take her. Take her anywhere outside of the city you live in. You're gonna be fine.
You were to tear the city up.
For me, I'm not supposed to.
Fact.
How?
It's a different. It's a different spot. It's a different time. It ain't making no sense.
Nothing to say.
Right.
And like no conversation because I'm like, is this it? What? When did we get here?
When? When did we get here? How did we get here?
Why?
Why did we here? So many different questions.
With no answer because people say things like, I'm in my feelings. So what is that? What is
right.
Feeling?
What feeling?
You're too proud to even express your feelings, but you want everybody to understand your feelings when you say I'm in my feelings.
Right.
You know what to do.
That goes to the trends and the people, the sayings, the memes, the stuff that people say on social media or reality shows or the dumbass shit that we glorify. People get these sayings and these shits off of these celebrities and they don't even know what the fuck they saying. It's like, did you even listen to what you just said?
No.
At all. I mean.
Not have normal conversations if they're repeating themes or it has to be like the same, like you said. Let's sit down and I wonder, do people sit down and say, oh, that's interesting. I like that you make me laugh. Or, you know what, I noticed that you do this and that's something that I like. Would you like to go on a date? I wonder, do people like do that anymore?
No. Nah. They don't do that. It's they see something that you post on Instagram and like, let me jump in that DM. You know,
after a picture of sex, not if you just like look regular anymore.
Right.
God, let's say a prayer. don't make me unmarried. I would rather stay married for the rest. I mean, I love my husband, but I would just like not ever go back to dating because I didn't want to date. It don't make
It's ugly out here.
arms right.
It's ugly, man. It's an ugly scene because at this age, everyone has been through heartbreak. Everyone has been through bullshit. Everyone has these crazy expectations now because of all the stupid shit they've been through. So, you project a lot of these things that you've been through onto the current person or to the future people to the point where you find yourself 40 years old and you single talking about shit. Ain't no good people out there. You know what I'm saying? The reality is you projected all your past trauma, all your past pain, all the things you've been through. You've already prejudging or have a preconceived notion of what somebody's going to turn out like based off of past experience because they said something. Oh, we live in a red flag era. Now everything is a goddamn red flag.
Yes.
Everything is a red flag. Like
No.
everything. Oh, you said this or that, so that's a red flag. What?
Right. Even though the context of the word could be different and everything, you don't even sit down and try to like understand what the person meant. Everything is assumption. Like some people go through the whole thing by themselves. Like you go
Right.
through the whole thing all by yourself. You never even ask the person, is this what you meant or what did you mean? Or so a lot of the times just focus on what happened when I got married. I'm not even because this is me taking ownership. You don't know how to be a spouse until you're a spouse. So the thing that helped me the most, or the thing that I got that was the best out of my marriage at the onset was being able to take a look at myself and see why certain things either mattered or didn't matter.
Right.
And why I responded to certain things. But that came after I gave myself grace. I had to be able to say, like, at first I was really hard on myself, like, why can't I do this right? I'm not balanced. Work right, I'm not doing all of these things. I'm doing them wrong. I just felt like I was doing it wrong. Not even talking to my partner, just feeling like that. But then I was like, hey, you never been a wife. So you're just now in this space. So now you have to process this as a wife, not as a
Right.
girl.
Right.
And allow me to step back and not be so hard on myself and analyze why certain things matter, why I should do different things, and just really begin to pick apart everything that I was doing, but not to a degree that it makes me harder on myself. I offer myself grace. I call that my grace, just like work. So I applied work by just that um, at that point, and it allowed me to open up and see a lot of things about myself that I hid because they did not need to disclose to everybody that I was dating, but they were some things that my husband
Fact.
being able to tell him, like, I did it now. I know why I'm scared. I know why I need this, and not angry. Guess what? When I look like I have an attitude, I realize I'm angry. I'm not, when I'm angry because I'm scared, and I'm scared because this happened.
Right.
But real is
Right.
the anger is fit. Rest in this space, fit. Have to fit.
Right.
Is welcome in that space. Especially these days, people are very neat, and they will use that to their best.
Right. Right. At that point, I mean, it's hard. You shouldn't have to hide your emotion. Though a lot of people want you to, hide. Don't make this face or don't make that face or, you got the resting bitch for you looking mean. You looking mad. Something wrong. Yes, something is wrong, motherfucker. Like, you think I'm gonna be looking like this for nothing? I'm not allowed to show what I really feel like. Why do I gotta hide everything? Yes, I'm mad, motherfucker.
We have to hide everything. Because if
Right.
we're too angry, if we get pulled over and we're too angry, what is that going to result in? If
Fact.
you're even coming in from lunch, your kids are upset because you look too angry. What is that going to do for our work?
Right. Right.
Get an opportunity that. So while we can be with each other, but this was a really good show. I love that we always have a combination of the things and back into answers. I like back into answers. So we can fill the play and watch something. In hindsight, on the surface, it's funny because we do some funny shit. We should be able to laugh. But then back into it like, dang, this is how it started. Guys, like we need to fix that.
Right.
These last two questions, I'll probably do again 2 or 3 weeks because I want to ask you. I want to last question. So I gave my last piece of advice. What is your closing statement?
Closing statement. Okay. My closing statement is just to men and to women out there. Men, my fellas, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and try to criticize anybody for how they choose to live or what they choose to do. All I can tell you is keep it real. Be honest. Be honest. If you want to be, you know, that gigolo that's out there doing a thing, you know what I mean? Like, be honest, man. You'll be surprised with how many of these females is gonna be with it. And that's gonna be with your honesty because they looking for the same thing. They just want you to say the shit. And on top of that, you can't expect you to be able to do your thing and then get mad if you find out she doing her thing if y'all not together. Knock that shit off. Be mature, be a man, and be real. And you're gonna have way less problems, way less static out of women. You're gonna have women putting sugar in your tank or trying to bust out your car windows or, or doing out of pocket crazy ass shit to you. You feel me? Like, you ain't gotta wake up to a knife to your throat or somebody trying to cut your balls off. Like, you ain't gotta do all that if you out here being honest. Women, my advice to y'all gotta stop thinking that just because if a man is being honest with you, if a man is doing something to you, you gotta stop thinking that that's your man, because you're going to get your feelings hurt doing that. You can't call every man a scumbag or a fuck nigga that's being honest with you, right? Or in thinking that you could change his mind, or you dating somebody that's married, or you dating somebody that's in a relationship, and you thinking your stuff is gonna get them to leave their wife or their girlfriend, and now he's a fuck nigga because he didn't leave his wife or his girlfriend. We gotta be mature. We gotta be men and women nowadays. Be real with ourselves. Be real with the next person. Unless you're gonna keep getting your feelings hurt, and the cycle gonna continue. Everybody got to just be honest. Keep it real. You being honest, you keep it real. We could save a lot of that fuck boy, fuck girl shit. You feel me? Honesty is the key, y'all. Shout out to this person. They've been watching the whole show. I don't know who that is, but shout out to that person. They've been here the whole. Whoever you are, shout out to you for tuning in. You've been with us the whole show.
You hear me?
What'd you say? That's Mom's? For real? Oh, I'm glad I wasn't too bad. Woo! Woo! Shoot, I'm up here shaking now. I'm sweating.
She watches every single show.
Wait, she saw the one with me, you, and Kasha?
Yes.
I'm embarrassed now. Oh.
And she respects us as adults. We're grown.
Okay. I'm up here nervous, like, oh.
We're grown. And then, then here go Taisha with her crazy ass. Oh, dude. I can't even breathe now.
She heard us? Oh, Taisha, why you have to say that? Now you're going to have me in my head. I need another drink now.
Oh, my God. You keep being yourself. That shows 100%. Our moms are the way we support each other, all of that. We could be our damn self.
Right.
That's not. We grown as hell. And the fact that we don't disrespect
that.
But we're not trained right. And that's what they care about all the time. That we act like we have the damn sense.
Yes. Y'all, Moms and Ty, y'all know we got sense. So We got some sense.
That is the perfect way to end the show. I'm over here cracking up because Rara don't have no hair. But all of those things are all things from the heart. This is what real people go through. This is what most people are going through. And about the being honest, if it don't start with you being honest with yourself, it's not gonna work because you can't keep saying it's everybody else because it is when we have a role.
Right.
Have a party.
Right.
Have a party. Period. If you keep doing the same thing, you're never gonna have nothing because life is going down the drain, and if it goes any further down the drain, I'm definitely gonna start smoking whatever Kanye is smoking. Okay, so that is it for us tonight. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next show. The team is going to be over on Sunday. I'm thinking about setting the camera up in the corner and letting it go. You think we something?
Oh, we about
the worst one. The boys is the worst. The boys is the worst. And then me and Seven is kind of like, I think I'm going to go watch it.
What's to the drink? Wait till the drinks kick in.
Mom, we're disabling you for that day.
Yes.
That is, thank you for the support, and please be on the lookout for everything that we have coming up, especially if you're in the LA area or surrounding areas wanting to come out to audition for any of the shows. Better my comments to do one thing, but a lot of people. I'm Ryan.
Good night, y'all. Love you, sis.
Love you too.
All right.